really do enjoy the show. Here you go.
But it's live, bro. It's live, so that's well.
Oh. What's up, Grips?
What's good, bro?
All right.
What we got here?
Let me see.
What they about to show? What they about to show?
Oh, it's on?
Yeah.
How long have we been on?
Hey
No,
everyone,
shit, he
and
just
welcome
came
to
on.
a brand new
Just came
episode
on.
of Inside Xbox. That's right, like so many of you, we are
Hold on. All right, man. Somebody's background.
Katerina, Malik,
Yeah,
and of
who's
course
background?
Larry. I mean, we're not all working from the same home. We are practicing social distancing. This is going to be pretty fun, right? Because you get to look inside our houses. I'm glad I did the tidying up earlier. But we've all got kind of different internet connections, but we are not going to let spotty Wi-Fi get in the way of a great
Damn, this is going
for you. We've got tons of good stuff coming up. But let's start right now with a game we announced at X19, Obsidian's Grounded. And since the announced, we know that the fans have been looking forward to more information on the storyline and the sing.
All right, is this
So let's
my
dig in.
internet or
All of that.
theirs?
No, shit. I think it's theirs because they're all on like different internet jumps, shit connections. So I think it's theirs.
I will be helping you
pretty
out
much.
today. First things first.
Here we go.
You're not so. Secondly, you are very, 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 very small.
Is there like a story to this shit?
Yeah,
Please
there
refrain from panicking.
Oh, okay.
You to your normal size is currently out of order. And everything in this backyard wants to, eat you. Again, your tiny panic will accomplish nothing. You are going to out here. I would recommend building a base, maybe a simple shelter of some sort. Oh, and weapons. You'll probably need some weapons. But you should be fine. Unless you get
They should have
You'll
pre-recorded this
either
shit,
be
man.
fine or you will be
Like,
dead.
yeah,
It's
they
really
should've.
up to you.
I'd rather I upload, bro.
Is the string lagging or what?
Like mine keeps stopping every second.
Skipping, right? Right.
No,
That's
mine
what
is smooth.
Oh,
Mine is good.
and you might
What you
notice
watching
some
it on?
strange
Shit, I'm
things
watching it
while
on my
looking
little
around.
tablet.
No, but
Like,
what
this shit-
app
Sure, who
you
put
use?
them here?
Yeah,
or
what app?
what they
Oh,
want.
YouTube.
YouTube.
What I
Alright.
do know
All right, that's
is
why.
that they're
Yeah.
watching.
What the hell was y'all watching it on?
I was watching on
Mixer. I was watching it.
Okay. All right, yeah. Mixer
Yes.
should be having them hiccups, bro.
yeah, mix
Yeah, they be giving out free stuff though. So
Yeah,
Obsidian
yeah,
were
I'm-
really well known for creating awesome
Shit, I
storylines.
tried to get a Resident Evil 3 copy from a jump, but I didn't win it.
And with Grounded, we want to expand on how we tell stories. So I've always wanted to make at Obsidian. We're really well known for creating awesome
pull it
storylines.
up on my head.
All right, so there is a story. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fuck with
And
that,
with
man.
Grounded,
I
we
mean,
want to
I mean,
expand
fuck
on
with
how
that.
we tell stories.
Alright, I'm gonna need y'all to be
So I've always
quiet.
wanted to make a survival game. And one thing that we're doing with Grounded is playing a lot
Not
of
because
survival
I can't
games and
control
looking
you
at the
guys,
genre as a
volume.
whole
Yeah, I
to
got
see
you.
where we
Oh.
can improve. First, we have environmental storytelling. So we want to tell the story through the places that you're visiting and do it through the artwork and the atmosphere of the areas that you're exploring. It's all handcrafted. We spend a lot of time talking about the tiny little details of why is this thing in the yard in the first place, who put it here, depending on the materials that the things are made out of, how they're placed, what's the purpose of this thing. We want to make all these details where it's actually a place that feels lived in and it feels alive.
I wasn't even subscribed.
First things first. You're not supposed to be here.
So in the trailer, you've heard a voice, and that's our robot buddy, Burgle. Burgle is your buddy and your pal, and he guides you through the adventure, and he's also just the NPC that you can talk to if you get lost, if you need some help.
You'll either be fine or you will be dead. It's really up to you.
In the trailer, you notice that we do hint at that there's something else going on in the yard, and we do have a secrets and layers to discover. So there is some evil force in the yard, and you'll discover who they are and what they're up to throughout the story and the adventure. In Grounded, not only can you play in multiplayer, and it's a great multiplayer experience, but you can also play in single player. We want to support all different types of players. So if you want to be the player who crafts armor and armors up and goes through the adventure, you can do that. If you want to play a stealthy player, you can do that. If you want to just go destroy everything and build up a arsenal of weaponry,
I wonder what
you can do
everybody's
that as
beef
well.
is with this game, though. I don't get it. It's a game that has never been done before.
What's really exciting to me is that
Xbox.
this is just the start of the journey. So when we launch in game preview, the storyline's not going to be finished. I have tons of ideas. I know the team has tons of ideas. I'm sure the community will have tons of ideas on how to make this game the best game that it can possibly be. So let us know how you feel about it, what you're jazzed about, and we'll work with you and work with the community to see where the storyline goes from here.
Forgot it's a preview game.
All right, great stuff. And if you're hungry for more Grounded, the team will be on right after Inside Xbox with a gameplay live stream, so don't miss that. But first, for the rest of Inside Xbox, we've got a ton of good stuff for you. We've got 5 badass things you need to know about Gears Tactics. We've got a ton of great new additions to Xbox Game Pass for PC and for console. We've got the debut of Sea of Thieves April update, and we've got exclusive first gameplay for the beautiful new adventure game, The Last Campfire, and lots more as well. But right now, Larry's been checking in with a man whose beard is as big as his knowledge of Xbox Series X.
Thank you. Even though they
Joining us today is Jason Ronald, who's the Director of Program Management for Xbox Series X. Jason, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Larry.
Now, we had a lot of news recently about Xbox Series X. We talked about a lot of different things. Can you kind of go over quickly what they were?
Sure. So it was an exciting time because we finally revealed the full technical specifications of the Xbox Series X and provided insight into some of the key innovations powering the next generation of gaming. Xbox Series X is our fastest, most powerful console ever, powered by our custom designed processor built in partnership with AMD, leveraging the latest RDNA 2 and Zen 2 architectures. And we really designed the system to deliver consistent, sustained performance never seen before in a game console. And we really designed it to have the optimal speed balance of power and speed in console design.
Yeah, but
and
it's supposedly
ultimately about
bottleneck
enabling
according to Craig
transformative gaming
Voice Harris.
experiences you've never seen before in the living room.
Now, we heard about things like ray tracing and variable rate shading. What does that mean for gamers?
So ray tracing has always been the holy grail of computer graphics. But we've never had the power to actually do it in real time. So we added a custom hardware to be able to do hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, which is really about delivering higher fidelity visuals, more immersive environments, things like better lighting, shadows, reflections off water and glass. And you can use the exact same techniques for 3D spatial audio so that you get a much more immersive experience.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
You mentioned variable rate shading.
What?
Variable rate
It looks
shading
great,
is
but they're
really
talking about
about
Xbox Series X,
delivering
so I'm not going to answer
new
any questions
levels
right
of
now.
performance and efficiency
Oh
to developers
God.
so
You
that
don't
they can go
understand a
well
word
beyond the
this man's
raw
saying.
power of the box itself, because they can be more precise about where they choose to spend graphics power in different parts of the scene without reducing the overall visual quality. And then on the audio side, we developed a custom hardware audio block so that we could actually offload that work from the CPU. And that means that you're going to get a much richer audio experience. But because we've offloaded it from the CPU, that means you're going to have more complex AI, better animation, more denser, richer worlds. Then you look at something like Quick Resume. Quick Resume is actually built on top of the Xbox Velocity architecture, which actually just really allows players to jump in and jump out of experiences very quickly and pick up exactly where they left off. And, you know, somebody who's been using this for the last couple months, it's really transformed how I actually play games. And it's such a great experience. And to be honest, it's really hard to go back and play games without using these new capabilities that the new hardware is enabling.
All right, I've heard this thing called Xbox Velocity architecture. What is that, and what is it going to mean to gamers?
The Xbox Velocity architecture is really defined by 4 major components. First is the custom designed NVMe SSD, and it's going to deliver levels of performance you've never seen in console gaming before. The next is we have a dedicated hardware decompression block so that we can take those assets and expand them so that developers have direct access to them in real time, so that you get much more dense worlds, richer textures, more dynamic environments. The next thing is we actually have a new member of the DirectX family called Direct Storage, which is a brand new API that gives developers direct low-level access to the NVMe controller. And then finally, we have a new feature called Sampler Feedback Streaming, which actually allows developers to, on demand, request data from the solid-state storage drive, and that acts as a memory multiplier. So when you think about these large open world games like a Red Dead Redemption 2 or an Assassin's Creed Odyssey, we wanted the technology to fade into the background so that players just get that really rich, dynamic, immersive environment, unlike what you've ever seen in previous generations.
Jason, can you tell us a little bit more about the storage options available for Xbox Series X, including what this is?
Sure.
Oh, he has one.
What you just held up was the 1 terabyte Seagate storage expansion card for Xbox Series X that we've developed in partnership with Seagate. And that matches the internal performance exactly. And it's all about sustained performance. So if a game takes full advantage of the Xbox Velocity architecture, that same game can live on the internal storage or can live on that external expanded storage card, and you'll get the exact same performance. But at the same time, too, we know plenty of people have existing USB hard drives, and we want to make it as easy as possible. So you can easily just take the existing external hard drive that you have, unplug it from your current console, plug it into your Xbox Series X, and all your games are instantly available to you. And you can continue to run all those games directly off that external drive. So once again, we're really focused on giving as many options as possible because we know storage is critically important for gamers who have plenty of games that they love playing.
Thanks, Jason. Now I want to be super clear about what Jason just said. You can always take your Xbox One games and play them directly off your external hard drive when connected to Xbox Series X. Now for Xbox Series X games, you can certainly store them on your external hard drive, but when you're ready to play them, you're going to want to move them to the internal SSD or the Seagate expansion drive right here. It's that simple. Anything else you'd like to share before I let you go?
Honestly, from the team, we're just really excited to get this out into players' hands later this year. We're going to be delivering 4 generations of content. Thousands of games will be available on day one. And we're really excited by what developers are doing right now to build new games for the Xbox Series X. So we're excited to ship it later this year.
New
Jason
games.
Reynolds, Director of Program Management for Xbox Series X. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, Larry.
I like the new Inside Xbox logo, though. It's less cheesy.
Yeah.
Coming up in just a little bit, we're going to give you the 5 things you need to know for Gears Tactics, which launches on April 28th. But first, it's time for the roundup, and there's a lot to cover. So I have my little tablet here as a little cheat sheet. All right, it's been a great time recently for Xbox Game Studios. Ori and the Will of the Wisps is out now and launched to near universal critical acclaim, cementing a franchise that fuses great Metroidvania design with breathtaking visuals and a music score that will stir all the feels. Ninja Theory's vibrant, competitive, team-based brawler Bleeding Edge also launched. I'm Team Buttercup, by the way. Complete with a colorful cast of characters, deep synergy across all the character abilities, and some of the most beautifully chaotic team battles you'll ever see. Pro tip, work together and learn that parry mechanic. Plus, State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition launched last month as well, including a massive free update with a brand new map, remastered graphics and audio, and hundreds of tweaks for longtime fans and newcomers. And of course, Ori, State of Decay 2, and Bleeding Edge are all available on Xbox Game Pass for console and PC. Now, we also have big news on the Apex Legends front. Respawn and EA announced a limited time Old Ways event starring everyone's favorite All-Father devotee, Bloodhound.
I, Bloodhunder, will slaughter.
This unique event puts a cooperative spin on the Apex recipe as you band together to defeat waves of prowlers. Included in the event are dozens of items, including 12 legendary skins. I might be just as excited about the announcement that the fan favorite duos mode is back permanently. Thank you, Respawn. Oh, and in true Apex Legends fashion, it's available right now. And now an update from our friends at Turn 10 with Forza Street. While the game has been playable on Windows 10 for some time now, we're happy to announce that the game will be coming to Android and iOS on May 5th. Forza Street is a new and unique Forza experience designed to be played anytime, anywhere, and excite anyone interested in building out their car collection while winning minutes-long street races in Miami. Android users can now pre-register on both Google Play and the Samsung Galaxy stores so you know when the game goes live. And this is important because everyone who plays the game in the first 30 days will walk away with a 2017 Ford GT as a welcoming gift. By the way, that's in-game, not in real life. This is just not going to happen in real life. And to make your time indoors a little easier to pass, Gears 5 is free to play this week for Xbox Live Gold members on Xbox and Windows 10, and it's completely free to everyone on Steam. And while you're playing the game during the free period, you'll get another freebie, the Dave Bautista skin and Bautista bomb finisher move, and man, I would hate to be on the receiving end of one of those. And by the way, that's just in the game, so if anyone shows up to your house and Bautista bombs you, that has nothing to do with Xbox. And finally, as we look ahead, we can see Minecraft Dungeons on the horizon as it readies for its new release date of May 26th. This 4-player co-op game, which offers both online and couch co-op, showcases the Minecraft world from a brand new perspective that is all action RPG while still quintessentially Minecraft. Don't take my word for it though, just take a look. In other Minecraft news, don't forget that the team has added a new education category to the Minecraft marketplace, including free education content. The educational content lets players explore the International Space Station through a partnership with NASA, learn to code with a robot, visit famous landmarks, find and build 3D fractals, learn what it's like to be a marine biologist, and so much more.
All right, now on to one of my favorite parts of the show where we get to announce a bunch of great new games coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC and for console.
Okay, something.
Let's take a look. Coming soon to Xbox Game Pass for console. The satirical sci-fi space adventure Journey to the Savage Planet lands in the library on April 9th. Drop into an uncharted planet
I
as
wanted
a
to buy this
low-level
game,
new
but I didn't.
employee of Kindred Aerospace to explore, survive, laugh, and uncover a beautiful, vibrant, and wacky planet's secrets. And coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC, if you're one of those people who knows all about the beautiful game from the comfort of your armchair, it's time to put your reputation on the line in Football Manager 2020, where every decision counts. Also coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC is the Watch Your Step or Die RPG Mistover, and the nostalgic romp through the Upside Down in Stranger Things 3: The Game. And coming to both Xbox Game Pass for console and PC, the immensely popular Ragdoll Physics meets platform puzzler Human Fall Flat is releasing DLC of a new level called Thermal. This frozen mountain environment will have you venturing from snowy peaks to underground caverns in search of gold. You can look forward to its release in the spring, and not only that, the Xbox Game Pass members will have access to the DLC on the day it launches. And coming from Kemco, the RPG specialists, Alvastia Chronicles. Join siblings Alan and Elmia as they avenge their parents' deaths and attempt to restore peace to Alvastia in heated turn-based battles with up to 13 party members. And we are pumped to debut the next chapter in the cult classic series, Yakuza. Yakuza Kiwami is an extreme remake of the game's first installment from 2005. It takes you back to where it all began when Kiryu Kazuma returns from a 10-year prison sentence, expelled from his family, and alone in a world he no longer recognizes.
Hey, I forgot those Yakuza games. I tried playing Yakuza 0. I'm like, yeah, nope.
I'll take Judgment, but I can't play those.
And don't forget, the team recently added perks, which adds regular content drops for Xbox Game
Kiwami is
Pass
actually my
Ultimate
favorite
members.
one.
Right now, on both PC and console, and brand new to perks, you can get 5,000 My Team points and 30 skill boosts from NBA 2K20, an Xbox starter bundle with credits and more for Warframe, and a monthly bonus pack for Phantasy Star Online 2. Plus, for those who haven't grabbed them yet, you can still get an Ori-inspired hull, flag, sail, and figurehead in Sea of Thieves, a 5-god bundle pack in Smite, and 3 free tanks in World of Tanks. Perks indeed, and lots more to come regularly. Now, to unlock all these, simply go to the member benefits section inside your Xbox Game Pass app. That's on mobile, PC, or Xbox One, and you can access your perks from anywhere. Today, it's also great to be able to give a huge welcome to
I
our
didn't know
friends
that was
from
available
Japan
for PC
and South
too.
Korea. Now, from
Wow.
April 14th, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for PC and for console will be available for the very first time in Japan. For our friends in South Korea, from April 14th, Xbox Game Pass for PC will be included for free as part of your Ultimate membership
that's what I'm happy
or available
about.
for
We're excited
standalone
about.
purchase. So welcome. Oh, and it was great to see Journey to the Savage Planet being added to Xbox Game Pass, but I'm also delighted to announce that there's some brand new DLC coming to the game. Let's have a look.
Hey, friendo. Just letting you know, I've got another mission request from Kindred.
Hey, you may have bought this planet, but we put stuff on it. So now it's ours.
Ignore him. But what are Viper doing here? See what else you can dig up. I'm sending an update to Kindred.
This kind of looks like a lighter version of the Outer World.
Yeah.
Checking the Kindred database. I
think Outer
think I
World's
can
light.
upgrade your suit.
God damn it! Don't touch that! You're so greasy! Seriously! Okay, enough is enough! I'm sending in the troops now!
Now we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, gear.
That's my favorite person they added
We
to
are
Xbox.
going to be checking in with Tyler Billman, creative
What,
director
that
of
lady?
Gears Tactics,
Yeah.
which is coming out on PC
Yeah, I'm
on
happy.
April
I wanna
28th,
see how
and then
Gears Tactics
Xbox later
really
this year.
Oh, she said Xbox later this year. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
They kept Mum on Xbox version, so it's fine.
No, they just said PC first though, but they said it was coming to it. Like Rod said
Welcome
that.
back, soldier. Now grab a weapon.
Setting up a perimeter. I'm ready for him.
It looks
Gears
like it could be
Tactics was
dope, man.
developed by a
I
small,
like the
passionate
XCOM
team
style games.
of strategy
I
game
really enjoy
lovers.
those games,
It's a
so
single-player
this
campaign
is like
experience
dope.
that broadens the Gears of War franchise. Here are 5 badass things that you should know about Gears Tactics.
Okay, cupcakes, listen up.
Gears Tactics was built from the ground up for the PC. While it is a turn-based game, we did a lot to make it fast-paced. We serve you a lot of enemies per encounter, and we give you a free action system. So you have 3 actions per unit that you can use to move, shoot, or apply your skills as you want. So there's a lot of things to shoot at.
That
Gears
shit do look
Tactics, the
good,
main
though.
character is Gabe Diaz. Gabe is a
Yeah,
reluctant leader who's found himself in the motor pool due to circumstances beyond his control, and he's pressed back into service because of the emerging monstrous threat coming from underground. If the name sounds familiar, he is in fact Kate's dad, Kate being the main character from Gears 5.
Just like we planned it.
In Gears Tactics, Gabe is on the hunt for an evil locust named Ukon.
Ukon.
Now, Ukon is a geneticist. He's the monster that makes
Shit, I want to
monsters.
play that.
The Corpsers and Brumoks, the big bosses that you see in Gears of War, that's Ukon's
Yo, this is
handiwork.
unfair, bro. He should have been introduced in the better game. Not the
Executions
damn-
will keep you
Yeah,
in the
that's-
fight.
that's
Gears of
definitely
War has
bad.
always featured these incredible executions that you
'Cause
can
this shit
do with the
look dope,
Lancer,
man.
assault rifle, or the natural
Is this a
shotgun.
prequel
But
to
in Gears
1?
Tactics, executions have a
It's
strategic value.
How is
that
possible?
If
Like
you
the
run
like the
forward and
15-year
execute an enemy,
period
it
from
will
like
actually
D-Day
grant bonus
to 1.
actions to the entire squad. This means you can keep moving forward and
I don't
keep
know
your
if it's
momentum.
a prequel
In
to
addition,
1.
everything in the game is earnable. There'll be no
I
loot
mean,
boxes,
but
no
they did the same
microtransactions.
thing
and
with
what you see,
Halo
you can-
Wars and
Gears
shit.
Tactics
Like
is
they
full of
introduced like
customization
very
options.
key characters
There
in
are
Halo
5 different
War that
classes
they
in the
could
game.
introduce
Each
Yeah,
with
I
thorough
know,
your
but
main
skills,
task.
that
lots of
character-
combinations of things to
I don't
find
feel like
as you
Gears.
level
I
up.
mean, you have
Each
Mirror
class has a
and,
primary weapon. Each weapon has
got
5
the other,
mod slots, so you
RAM
can
and
improve
shit,
the
and
scopes or
Contis.
improve the barrels.
I'd like another
All this together
dude,
creates a bunch of
all of them
combinations so
talk.
you can try to win the way you want to win. In Gears Tactics, we also have a cosmetic customization system. Each soldier has 3 slots, the helmet slot, torso slot, and the leg slot. Each can be uniquely configured, so different colors and patterns and metallic finishes. So if you want to go into the fight against Dukon with multicolored leopard print pants, you can totally do that. There you have it, 5 badass things about Gears Tactics. Gears Tactics went gold today. You can pre-order now to play on Steam or Windows 10, and it's included in Xbox Game Pass for PC. Watch for it on Xbox consoles later this year.
Today, we're happy to announce that we are expanding xCloud to 11 new territories in Western Europe.
That's a L,
If you're in
bro.
any of the regions you see on the screen right now, head to xbox.com/game streaming to register. And thanks to our friends at EA who are adding 3 new games to play in the Project xCloud preview today. First up is one of BioWare's finest, the epic fantasy role-playing game Dragon Age Inquisition. Next up is the return of Yarny in the beautiful side-scrolling platformer puzzler Unravel 2. And finally, Sims 4 joins the service as well, allowing fans to live their best virtual life on the go with Project xCloud. And now for a couple of indie darlings coming to Xbox very soon. And for one of them, I mean really soon.
Oh, what the fuck is he doing up there? It's crazy. Yo, what the fuck?
It's like a Hotline Miami.
Oh yeah.
This game just started going hard. I gotta know.
Oh, I think it is. I think it is Hotline. Yeah, it is.
No, it's available right now. Hotline Miami collection.
I'm gonna have to try that. What is this?
All right, so let's talk about Hell Games. They are best known for creating the procedurally generated infinite universe of No Man's Sky, which Xbox fans continue to enjoy. But inside this small UK-based studio is an even smaller team that has been working on a passion project, which is an altogether more handcrafted, intimate, and emotional game. Here's lead designer Steve Burgess to take us through for the first time the first few minutes of gameplay for The Last Campfire.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Burgess, the designer of The Last Campfire, and I'd like to show you an Xbox One exclusive of a couple of moments taken from the first minutes of the game.
That's all I seen was Passion Projects.
Our story begins in the
Xbox
dark,
exclusive?
in a hopeless place where a lost ember
Games?
sleeps.
Oh, okay.
This is really exciting for me, actually.
I feel like
We've
I've
been
seen
working
that
on this
little
game for a
character
few
before,
years,
though.
and it's really nice to be able to show other people what we're working on. This is Ember, and somehow they've become lost.
Ember ran without hesitation. The wall glistened in the light. The painting glowed, reacting to Ember's presence. It showed a moment from the first Ember story. Ember
But look
just
at it
hoped
like
it would
this,
show
man.
the
At
way
least they're
home.
getting all these announcements out the way for
What you're seeing
like
now
the
is the
big,
narrator.
you know,
She follows you through the
E3,
game and fills out some of the backstory
you
as
know,
you're traveling and
announcements and
reacts
stuff
to your
like that.
actions.
Because this is,
It was a relief
this
to
ain't
find
it, Chief.
someone else.
I ain't trying to be
The
negative, but this
stranger
ain't.
was deathly still.
Hopefully you can see that the world looks quite charming, but you'll feel that there's a real undercurrent of darkness. That's what we're trying to get across.
Ember froze, almost too frightened to look away, when they noticed a small satchel.
I think this kind of charming dark fantasy is something you don't really see that often in games.
Yeah, I know there's no E3, but I mean, they're still gonna have like.
I really love this moment with Ember.
Type of
it's the first time Ember's seen a skeleton. Despite that, Ember's first thought is empathy. A little touch on the shoulder to say sorry and pay respects.
The satchel felt heavy. Ember looked inside. Inside was a gold statue molded in the likeness of the first Ember. On the floor was the symbol of a campfire.
We've taken a lot of different inspirations for making the game, illustrated books and movies like The Dark Crystal or Labyrinth.
Something about the door felt wrong.
And we really wanted to tell a story that would fit in that style, and just like those stories, there's hints that as you play, this won't always be a happy tale. Moments like this are down to our artist, Chris Simons. He's our entire art team. Just one man has made all the art and animation that you can see.
Ember departed, thinking only of the stranger, now left in the dark.
He's put so many beautiful little touches and moments in, I think people really enjoy just taking in all the scenery as they're wandering around.
The stairway led to an unfamiliar forest. If the stories of the first Ember were true, a path through the forest would lead to the campfire.
Sometimes I'm playing a new build, and I'm used to seeing this white box layout and I've taken it back. He's transformed it completely with so much love.
The flame called out to Ember. Ember tried to listen.
So the cage you see ahead there is a place where Hope has become trapped.
Puzzle
Flame was
platformer.
almost within reach.
We wanted the interactions
which
to
are
feel
always
really
fun.
tactile. You don't just press a
puzzle
button, you're
platformer. I
pulling
haven't
on a
played one
lever
in
or
quite a
tugging at the
while,
chain.
The flame spoke and Ember listened.
This tactile feel becomes really important and a big part of the game later on. Most games with puzzles tend to have a format of a series of increasingly difficult versions of the same puzzle. But for Campfire, we were trying to make it so that each puzzle you encounter feels new or has a unique twist. It's almost like a smorgasbord of all different types of logic puzzles. Like here, as you step out into the forest for the first time. It's a welcome relief to be outside, but then you kind of realise that this forest still might not be safe. And I think they're just understanding that this place they're trapped in is a dangerous one and they might never escape.
This look hot to y'all?
Finding and
This look
rekindling
dope?
hope is actually one of the big
See y'all?
themes at the heart
Yeah, I'm
of the
gonna
game.
play it. It looks cool.
It's a smart, like
And
a
learning
small
to appreciate
game. I don't,
just
like,
how fragile that hope can be.
My reaction is I don't gain hype. These are one of the games I just like
campfire
play
flickered into life.
and then I'm like, oh, I enjoyed that, or I didn't.
Well,
enjoy
thanks
it.
for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek.
Yeah, I play puzzle platformers. There ain't nothing to be hyped about.
Coming up next, we will show you new Xbox Game Bar features.
Oh,
Good games, a good
But
game.
first, we
Right.
want to highlight some features that will help you take the most out of your Xbox One console.
Okay.
And if you're a parent, we want to ensure you feel comfortable
Ooh,
with
that
how
fucking
much
chair
your
she
kids
said,
are
man.
playing, as well as
Look.
what kind of content they have access to. So here are
He gonna have to
5
start mixing this
highlights
up
of
though,
great
bro. He
features they
doing a
have
little too
available
much
now.
of these.
First up is Copilot, which allows 2 different controllers
Mixing what up?
to
This
act
is inside
as if they are
Xbox.
one controller.
Well, that's true.
This can
I'm about to say,
help benefit
like
newer
we've
players
had like a whole
that
year
are just
plus of
getting
inside
comfortable
Xbox
playing
and
games,
know what
players
to
that
get from it.
require
That's why I was
a
like,
unique configuration
when people
to
I was like,
play,
don't
or
it
just
tells
to
you right there. They
simply
tell you
add a
exactly
cooperative approach
what they're
to
going to
any
show.
game. You can
Before you
enable
even go, like
Copilot
it says
by
it there.
heading
They give you a
Settings,
transcript
Ease of
every
Access,
episode. That's why I
and
get so
Controller.
confused why people get. I'm like, dude, it's inside Xbox. It's not E3. It's inside Xbox.
Right, but it ain't gonna be no E3, so
Yeah, but what they do in replacement
Next
for
up is
E3 will have a
family
different
settings,
title and stuff
which
like that. They'll
includes
tell
over
you. They'll
20
generate
tools
hype.
to
You'll
help
get
parents
you'll get a
and
date
starters are
weeks out,
comfortable
not
with
24
how their
hours out.
Xbox One is set up.
Remember, they
But
only
you know
announced
what?
this yesterday.
These include screen time
Smooth,
management,
remember,
privacy settings,
Phil
content
shouldn't have
restrictions,
said
and much
that
more.
it's not gonna
Simply
be
go to
Yeah, but this is
settings,
not an
another
event. This is
and
not
then
an event. It's
family
inside
settings
Xbox.
to get started.
right.
This takes
Next,
place
we have
monthly,
Looking for Groups,
and like I
which
said,
allows
we
you to
had
browse and
over a
create
year
posts to
of
find new
inside
players to
Xbox
play with.
for people know
Let's
what
say
happens.
you need a
Their
fourth
most
crewmate
hyped
for
inside
Sea of
Xbox are the
Thieves.
ones that
No
take
problem.
place
simply
around
head to the official
E3
club for
and
the game,
around
and you can
XO19
create
because
or
they're
look at
showing
LFG
you
posts
bigger
right
titles,
there
but
under the
after they have
multiplayer
already
tab.
been like demoed
Next
already,
up
you know?
is gifting content like Xbox
Yeah, I
digital
get it.
games and Xbox Game Pass. If you're feeling generous, you simply choose buy as gift when browsing the store, and then send directly to either a gamertag or someone's email address. And finally, don't forget you can play music in the background on Xbox One, even when playing a game. With supported apps like Pandora and Spotify, you can simply launch the app, choose the music you want to play, and then move on to anything else you'd like to do. You can then bring up the guide and control the music whenever you'd like.
In just a moment, we're going to get an update on Sea of Thieves' new April update, but we have some great news for new features coming to Xbox Game Bar in Windows 10. We're partnering with Razer and XSplit to integrate features that PC gamers commonly use right into the overlay, which means you don't have to run those apps separately anymore, unless you want to. What does that mean for you? With XSplit integration, for example, you can control your stream right from the Xbox Game Bar, including starting and stopping your stream, interacting with chat, and checking out recent events and stats to help you with your viewer engagement. With Razer's Cortex integration, you can boost your gaming performance with the press of one button, which will end unnecessary processes and services running in the background to help free up resources on your PC. These are just a couple of examples of the Razer and XSplit integration. For all the details, be sure to head to Xbox Wire for more information. We'll continue building on these partnerships and expanding Xbox Game Bar's functionality in the months to come. Now, if you're interested in checking out these new features early, just head over to the Windows Insider program at insider.windows.com.
I think the show's only 40
We've
minutes.
been living the Be More Pirate life for over 2 years now. Can you believe that? Yeah, the team at Rare have poured all of their heart, their soul, their passion into building out this great
He has his
pirate
Xbox
adventure
sitting
for
on top
us.
of his
But guess
PlayStation
what?
Slim.
There's still so much more on the horizon.
Sharpen your cutlass
Yeah, I seen
and get
that.
ready for battle with Sea of Thieves and our next
I just
monthly
deleted
update,
Sea of Thieves,
Ships
bro.
of
Yeah.
Fortune. The trading companies of the Sea of Thieves want you to join their cause by signing up to become an emissary. Working on their behalf will see you rewarded with exclusive cosmetics and help you to progress in the newly expanded reputation system.
Do any
You
of
can
y'all
join
still play
any of
Sea
the
of Thieves?
existing trading companies,
Serious
as
question.
well as the newly established.
I don't
I
because
played
I can't
yesterday.
play with anybody.
This
My
sinister
daughter
lot
plays
are
it,
all
though.
about
She plays it
battle
a
and
lot.
bloodshed, and
Yeah,
would like
shit
nothing
about
more
homies
than
on
for you
our
to
Tell you what,
embark
after
with
seeing them
other
yesterday,
emissaries to
man,
get
them
around.
PC dudes they be cheating, bro.
And in the arena,
You say you still play
explosive
Death Grip?
competitive mode, we've overhauled
Yeah,
our
it's
matches
just
to make them
like
even
it's a
more
girl
action-packed.
that I
The
play
old
with, like
treasure
an old
maps
friend
are
from
gone,
school. Like she
now
loves this
replaced
shit,
by a
so I just
single
hop on with
chest
her
marked by a
and
sea
helping
dog
her out
beacon.
with
With
I
only
mean, a
one
lot of people
cash
play it,
inflation,
but
you'll have to
I ain't
battle
gonna lie. I
hard
just
to
like the
secure
ship
victory.
battles. But
And there's no time to waste either.
once
with
the
each
combat
contest
is the
now
most
slashed from 24
terrible
to
combat,
15
man.
minutes.
That joint is
Whether you're
whack.
fighting for glory in the arena
Yeah,
or
that shit
battling for
is
loot
rough.
and adventure, if you find yourself on the wrong end of a blunderbuss,
Yeah, that right
your
there.
crew will now have a brief window to revive
Ship battles
and
is
bring
cool
you
though.
back into the fight.
Yeah, but
And
we've
that's
had
not all.
some
Over
fun
in the
moments
Pirate
on it, I
Emporium,
ain't gonna lie.
we've got
We had
fancy
some
new
good
emotes.
bro, like,
Yeah, I think I missed the update, but I
A
think I'm gonna
stunning
jump on this
Saberwolf
shit.
inspired ship set. And the
Yo,
introduction
turn
of
crossplay
cats.
off. I'm telling you.
These furry felines will follow you on adventures
Them
across
PC
the
dudes, they do
seas.
this thing where they jump up and
Except
down
when you're
and
sleeping.
swing the sword, and you
Presently.
can't even hit them, bro. Like they're going crazy.
So get ready to choose your side in the next Sea of Thieves monthly update, Ships of Fortune.
Hey everyone, Joni, Sea of Thieves
Oh, Lord.
executive producer here, and you join me from the slightly unusual kind of environment that is my back garden in a beautiful English spring. First of all, really cool to just be able to show you the latest content update, Ships of Fortune. Really excited about how that's just going to just dynamically change the way the whole sandbox plays in Sea of Thieves. And we've recently celebrated our 2-year anniversary for Sea of Thieves, which is an amazing milestone for us. It's been such a journey going on since the kind of 2018 launch and all the updates we've released and the amazing community that we've built. built. So thanks to everybody for coming on this adventure with us, and there's so much more to come. And recently, you may have heard also, we announced that we're coming to Steam. Really excited to bring Sea of Thieves to an audience, and it will be cross-play, so everyone's playing together in the same world. Really wanted to keep that community together and kind of break down barriers so everyone can play together. So super excited about that. And there's one final thing that I'm not supposed to be telling you. It's a big secret, but really excited.
No.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, come on, don't be a... No.
Typical Joe. But hey,
yeah, what is that all about,
there's
dog?
some major things on the horizon for Sea of Thieves. Right, everyone, I am
He
done
could have told
for
us
the
about
day. Thank you so
Everwild
much
or
for
something,
joining me from my home. It's been a pleasure. I hope you all stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll hand over to Larry to wrap things up.
Probably the Series X update.
All right, that'll wrap it up for us here at Inside Xbox. But don't go away. Coming up next, we have an extended live look at Grounded from Obsidian Entertainment. So keep your eyes trained right here. Now, whether in the studio or we are home vigorously washing our hands, all of us at Inside Xbox wish you a happy and healthy days of great games and fun ahead. Thanks so much for watching.
To the point, done. So.
All right.
I wonder what he was about to say.
Yeah,
was that it?
Talk about Everwild,
Yeah,
man.
They did what you guys wanted them to do, a Nintendo Direct. Less than an hour.
Nah, but see, here's the thing, right? With these, like, I understand what these are for. Like, I'm not here expecting. Nobody should be expecting like, they're just gonna, be showing like crazy like E3 announcements or anything like that. Like, for example, like there's been like the Sony State of Plays, right? Some of them have been, trash. You know what I mean? I can even admit that. But at least with some of them, with most of the State of Plays, there's been like 4 or 5 so far, right? At least they're real short and to the point. Like they're only like 20 minutes. Like, all of them are only been like 20 minutes. But at least, a lot of times they'll show like a big game at the end. Like one of the first ones they showed Final Fantasy. Like whenever they revealed Final Fantasy 7 again, they showed it at a state of the play. It was the last one, and then they had one where they showed more stuff for The Last of Us, and then they had one where they revealed Resident Evil 3 for the first time. You know what I mean? So even though the
when was there even the last time there was a state of a play though?
Hold on. I know what you're
January.
I know what you're saying, but they have showed big games inside Xbox that we already knew about too. That's still not impressive to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I already knew about it.
Oh, go ahead. No,
go ahead.
No, but it's just like, but at the same time, like Sony was pulling out of a lot of stuff. So it's like, I mean, for them, those were like the best places to show those things was at the end to garner, like, since they weren't going to be anywhere else. Like Xbox has already specified that they're going to have an event like to replace E3 anyway. So, I mean, they're not going to show too much shit. Like they just giving you updates on like the little things that they got. Like they not gonna show the initiative stuff and shit like that. Like
I understand what Chris was saying. He's saying they like at least they showing big titles. But if you look back at Inside Xbox, they always did an Inside Xbox before a game drop, and they always like, you know what I mean, showcase the game.
I don't understand how I've been watching this shit for like 2 years and still like find a way to be surprised. Even if Inside Xbox is the most transparent show ever. They announce it, right? And when they announce it, they give you a pretty much, you know, when you go to church and they give you pretty much the itinerary or everything, like, or you go to a restaurant, they give you the menu. They do that every time. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you guys know you're going to look at everything they're going to show you, and you're still going to be somehow surprised of what they didn't show you. Like, no, I'm not surprised. I'm sorry. Like, that's why I was like, yo, stop. Like, that's why, like, there's times I'm like, didn't I skip it? I skipped like a couple inside Xbox when I saw it. I was like, all right, I'm not really interested of any of that stuff. So I didn't watch it. I'll catch the recap on like Xbox YouTube channel. I'll catch like whatever the highlights were. Like there's like two or three inside Xbox that I didn't bother watching because they gave me the menu. Like, oh, okay, whatever. But this one,
I'm just saying, man, this shit just could be a lot more shorter than what it needs to be. Like sometimes
this was the shortest one.
I don't know. I didn't watch it from the beginning.
It was like 39 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
but this
39
shortest
minutes?
one.
Yo, they could have trimmed it off at
Dude.
least like 15, 20 minutes, bro.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
what? Like it doesn't have to match fucking. It doesn't have to match
Yo, it was
Nintendo and Sony's jump. Like
It was
the
10
thing is-
minutes. It was 10
It
minutes
doesn't have
longer.
to
That's
match
not
it,
that-
but it just like
That's not
yo,
that much
yo,
longer
like,
though, dog.
But I'm saying also with Nintendo and Sony stuff, they don't do these deep dive jumps where like even Phil said like this is production for them. So like when he said that they put the work in and that they still wanted it to feel like how they would if it was in a studio, this is the shortest one that they've done. Like, I mean, this was like straight to the point. Like you got to talk to the developer. Like you got to hear from the developers. It's just like, I mean,
Well, here's
I
the
don't
deal,
know.
bro. Here's the deal. I'm gonna use Smooth. Say that's his little thing he say. Here's the deal. I'm kind of hurt about that Gears Tactics, man. Like that's like a slap
you
in the
hurt?
face, bro.
You hurt?
Yeah, it looked good. Like I never seen any like footage on that yet, and it looked a little, it looked good. I used to try the little XCOM games out and stuff like that. Like we completely cut out off of that. Now, Ages of Empire, I understand that's a PC game, but come on, man, Gears started on console, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We getting it.
Like, but it's just
that kind of like
yeah, that's weird.
And I'm into I got into the Gears 5 story. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I gave that a 8.5, a 9. You know what I mean? The story alone. So I was really into it. And
Like,
now I'm
it's
finding out
like
Kate's
the-
dad is like, come on, yo, like
the game style, like Rob Ferguson, like he even said, like the jump, like for the game style, it was just like they were gonna craft it around the PC first and then port it to the Xbox. It's just like, I mean, it's not like it's not coming to the Xbox, so that's why I didn't get everybody being like upset about it not being
I'm not
just
upset.
kind of like day one. No, not you. I'm just saying when you see like people talk about Gears Tactics, it's like, yeah, like it's not coming to the Xbox. It's like y'all niggas literally heard this man say that it's coming to the Xbox.
yeah,
Like,
but they had to come
heard
out
him
and
say
say that after they said it was only coming out on PC.
No,
if
but
you
they,
remember.
but they've said it like multiple times from multiple people. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
had Rod said, like you had fucking Phil said. It's like how many people got to say it before y'all like quit saying that it's just for PC? It's like it's not just for PC.
Well,
but I can't see even though it looks interesting, the characters and the enemies and stuff, it's a freaking RTS, and I can't do that shit.
That was the most interesting game that they showed was the Gears Tactics because, like I said, like I like the XCOM those style of games.
Yeah.
So, but I agree with Nick, man. It's
Oh,
just
you like them?
Yeah, I like those games, but I agree with Nick that it's weird that that they decided to release this on PC first and not day and date with the Xbox because it isn't Xbox franchise first and foremost before it
Right.
is PC.
I can't wait for Grounded.
Really, dude? Like,
it looks
no, me too. I'm with you, but I'm looking
yeah.
at tactics and I'm like, God dang, like this joint look. The story looked good. Like coming from Gears 5, come on, Smooth. Gears 5 story was really good. Like to me, I don't know, but and I would just like to play it, man.
I didn't see the grounded part. Like I missed probably like the first 20 minutes or something like that. I know they were talking about the Series X. Did they show any new information or is this
No, they
stuff
just
that we
confirm
already?
information. Because there's a whole lot of lies on Twitter from.
Oh, excuse me. I missed
fat pipes and
bottleneck.
stuff.
Yeah, fat pipe and bottleneck and all that other bullshit.
Did y'all notice what he said about the games? He said all of the games you own that's on your hard drive, you're going to be able to play them day one on the Series X.
Yeah.
All of them.
No, but the thing is when they were getting to like when you were talking about the developmental stuff and how that works, it's just like I'm sick of and we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Tomorrow's playing Xbox, so we don't even need to spend any more time on here like that, and we could like really get our thoughts out. But I'm sick of these dudes on YouTube and sick of these dudes on Twitter sitting there trying to gather their freaking thoughts about what the Xbox can and can't do. I've never seen the level of damage control done. Like, okay, they'll tell you when everything was just a rumor, they were like, well, I don't care if the PS5 is if the Xbox is more powerful. It's about the developers, about the games, the game. Look what they did with 1.8, and now they've been working overtime and a half Like they working overtime and a half and try to convince us that the stuff they haven't seen in practice yet is somehow going to be freaking bottle. Oh, the Xbox Series X 12 teraflops and all this other shit. Yeah, the numbers are higher in the RAM, the numbers are higher in the CPU, but it's going to be bottleneck. Oh, but that PS5, the fat pipe, fat pipe. Oh, it's more efficient, so there's no bottlenecking. There's no bottlenecking.
Anybody.
And I'm like, wait a minute. And then when you say, oh, but the Xbox Series X is more powerful, you could say that it's gonna run games better, and then they'll turn around and say, oh, there's no real world information on that. But there's no real world information that the Xbox Series X is gonna be bottlenecked. So they're pushing this bullshit because they still feeling some type of way. I'm happy Sony showed off that controller. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
So Chris, let's take some time, gather our thoughts, take some notes, and we're gonna be back tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about it in a proper way in the podcast. But for this stream, I want to.
Right.
I'm about ready to end it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're right. That's why I keep telling people. I was like, yo, on both sides, right? The Xbox fans and the PlayStation fans. I was like, yo, just stop with all this bullshit of like how you know what the real world performance is going to turn out, because nobody in this community are developers. Nobody's engineers. Nobody has the development kits or the final hardware to determine anything. Right. The only thing we can go off of is what the actual developers who have it and what the engineers and the system architectures, tell us about it. So we gotta wait until the PS5 and the bottleneck Series X comes out. Nah.
What we could go.
You know where that came from, though, Smooth?
What we could go off from is this, like, the numbers don't lie. So, like, but then we're gonna rely on the developers to deliver. Now, we know numbers on paper that the X is that shit. So, like, if a dev doesn't do right, just like comparing, let's say, Resident Evil 2 to 3, and you see how the performance with the X with RE2 is good, it's great. Then you go to 3 and it's like some ass. That's a dev problem. That's not the system's problem. That's a dev problem.
When they try to target a certain resolution. But you know what? That same exact thing was.
Let's get out of here. We can talk about this tomorrow. This was I don't want to have a podcast today and run out of material for tomorrow. Let's get
go ahead and end the
all right. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8:30-ish for Planet Xbox. I think it's episode 9 or episode 10. But make sure you just tune in, go to the page, because you're not going to get notified if you're a sub or anything like that, because YouTube is trash. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's doing